On Friday it was Guru Purnima, and we had a celebration here, and some of us also celebrated in Varanasi, where just one day a year on Guru Purnima, the home of Lahiri Mahasaya is open for devotees. And we had that darshan. We just returned yesterday evening. And so much of the drama of the lives of all of our gurus took place in Varanasi. Here began the spread of Kriya Yoga. And on Guru Purnima, we got to go into the sitting room of Lahiri Mahasaya, which, as I said, is open just one day a year. And it was in that room that he taught Kriya. It was in that room that he gave darshan every day for many years. And all of our direct line of gurus also have been in that room with Lahiri. And it was here that Sri Yukteswar would visit him. And on one occasion, that visit was joined also by Babaji, by Mahavatar Babaji, the funny story where Babaji says to Sri Yukteswar, "You were full of excitement. I was fairly extinguished in the ether by the gust of your restlessness." Let that be a wonderful lesson for all of us. And also Yoganandaji was brought to Lahiri in this room as a baby. And Lahiri touched him and blessed him and said to his mother that your son will be like a spiritual locomotive carrying many souls to God. Swami Kriyananda helps us a lot in understanding the role of the Guru and how he works. And Swamiji had every right to call himself a Guru for his spiritual attainment. Yoganandaji predicted that he would achieve moksha in this lifetime. For his power to perform miracles, to manifest incredible books and music and discourses, so inspiring, seemingly without effort. And for his attunement to the consciousness of his Guru. And for his lifelong sharing the teachings of his Guru. But his prayer was to attune himself to the Guru, so that he would have no thought that was not his Guru's thought. And he never himself called himself a Guru. And when people showed Swamiji gratitude for some life-changing help that he had given them, he would never accept that personally. He would direct that devotion up to God. And he said that he could point us in the right direction, but that we should offer most of our devotion to God and Gurus, the source of all inspiration. And even Yoganandaji said, "I'm not the Guru. God is the true Guru." And when people bowed at Swamiji's feet, he would focus on them, and he would often put his hand at his spiritual eye and consciously or mentally draw that devotion and direct it upwards. He said he was only a channel. And he said his goal was to be a perfect disciple. And Any true guru is also a perfect disciple, loving and serving God in all, and in humility, being the servant of everyone. In the autobiography of a yogi, Yoganandaji writes, "I always thrilled at the touch of Sri Yukteswar's holy feet. Yogis teach that a disciple is spiritually magnetized by reverent contact with a master. A subtle current is generated. If I entered the hermitage in a worried or indifferent frame of mind, my attitude imperceptibly changed. A healing calm descended at the mere sight of my guru. Every day with him was a new experience in joy, peace, and wisdom." Now, many people romantically imagine a guru just like that, a guru who would give me wonderful experiences and who would remove every thorn on the pathway of my life. And I wouldn't have to do anything at all. I wouldn't have to make any effort because I've found such a wonderful guru, and he's going to do it all for me. And of course, we know that's not true. The guru won't do it for us. And we will receive all of those blessings, all of those blissful experiences that Yoganandaji is talking about, but only if we meet the guru halfway, only if we make our best effort, if we raise our energy level to his, so that then we can speak the same language, then we can truly commune. And we do this by following the guru's teachings, by practicing the techniques and teachings he's given us, by inwardly attuning ourselves in meditation, by reading the books, by singing the music, by listening to the words, absorbing the words of the guru and those who have dedicated their lives to serving the guru. As Swamiji has shown, we need to do our best to be that perfect disciple in order to receive these blessings. And this is the way of the great gurus. They themselves are perfect, humble disciples of their gurus and of God, serving all mankind as God's children, as spiritual friends. And this, above all, is what Swamiji saw in Yoganandaji, and it's what we all saw in Swamiji. And the greatness of Yogananda, the greatness of Kriyananda, lies not just in their achievements, but in the little things, in perfecting these qualities of life, this kindness, compassion, of friendship, of love, attitudes that we all demonstrate every day, but that by perfecting these attitudes, we can become that perfect disciple. And it's the example of the gurus that have shown the way in this way, how they have perfected their humanity in just also these little ways. The Guru tells us, "I want thee, O Lord, that I may give thee to all. I want thine everlasting happiness, only that I may share it with others, that I may show all my brothers the way to happiness forever and ever in thee."
Jai Guru. Sister Gyanamata, who was Yogananda's foremost woman disciple, said that God leads us from one desire to another throughout our lives and throughout many, many lives until we come to the understanding that God is really who we've been looking for and the only one we truly desire. Great saint, Christian saint, Saint Augustine said these words: "You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our heart is restless until it finds its rest in Thee." And somebody asked Swami Kriyananda one time, "Do I need a guru?" And he said, "No, unless you want to find God. And then, yes, of course, it's divine law that you need a guru." And as Keshava said, Yoganandaji said, God alone is the true guru, but he uses the agencies of souls who have been awakened in him to do his work. And Keshava told you about our being in Varanasi up until last evening. It was something to see all of our Gurubhais, all of the disciples of Lahiri Mahasaya, just flooding the lanes of Varanasi, of the lane of Lahiri Mahashaya's house. And it was quite a sight, just blocked lanes filled with disciples. And going into that house, as Keshava said, the sacred place of so many of the stories that we've read in the autobiography of a yogi, and bowing at the seat of Lahiri Mahasaya was very, very humbling. And we think, what was his role in my life, in our lives? He brought us Kriya Yoga. He unlocked the secret technique of Kriya Yoga up in Ranikat with Babaji, and Babaji sent him back down to Varnaras as a householder yogi. And he said, "It's no accident that you didn't meet me until after you already have a family obligations and a job, because your life is in the marketplace. And that's where you will spread this Kriya Yoga." And so Lahiri is known as the Yoga Avatar. He brought us a step by step technique to teach us how to find union with God, to how to increase the cup of our consciousness from a small little cup of thinking that we are a body, of thinking that we have a limited mind, that we can increase our concentration to be one with God, to increase our identity, to be infinite, to be eternal. He said man's only duty is to commune with the Anahat Bhumi, to commune with Om, to commune with the cosmic vibration, to realize yourself as one with Om, no separate self, merged in divine vibration. And he said, don't believe me, practice these teachings, practice Kriya Yoga, practice this step-by-step technique, and then demonstrate what I'm telling you in your daily life. So the mission of our gurus, of this line of gurus, was to bring Kriya Yoga to the planet. And in our increasing understanding of who we really are through our practice of Kriya Yoga, we may have an experience of stillness, of expanding peace, of divine light, of the Om sound. As we begin to experience these things in our daily lives, we can use them in our relationships at home, in our work, in our creativity, in our devotion, in every aspect of our lives. And when we start to feel that expanding of consciousness into the infinite, we also realize we are one with all that is. And we begin, as Sri Yukteswar said, we learn to behave. And learning to behave means instead of saying, what about me? We're saying, let me think of others. Let me think, what does this person need? And instead of saying, well, what will I get out of this situation if I do this? It's like, how can I help? How can I serve? How can I give? And that's what Sri Yukteswar meant when he said, learn to behave. As we meditate, we become more receptive, more open to what God and our great masters are trying to shower upon us all the time. It helps us to be open and receptive to their realization, to their wisdom, to the self-transformation that we are seeking. And so we need to be open and attuned to them and to be loyal to their teachings. Just when Serena read God's Boatman so beautifully, I will come back again and again, 1 trillion times if need be. They reincarnate again and again because we don't get it the first time. We go through ages and we call them and they come and we don't do it and we forget. And one desire after another, we keep forgetting it's God alone that we really want. And so we need to be loyal to these gurus who have gone so far out of their way to teach us. And so can we be loyal to our own spiritual path? Can we be loyal to our goal of self-mastery? That may mean, do we have the discipline to meditate every day? That's a huge start. Do we have that loyalty to these teachings, to these gurus? We need to ask ourselves, are we capable of loyalty? This is a very important question in the path of a disciple, on the path of self-realization. Do we have the faith that what they tell us is true? They say we can become like them. Do we believe that? Lahiri says, practice these teachings and you see if it's true or not. I wanted to read this brief quote by Gyanamata on the topic of, if you don't have this book, you should try to get it. God alone. Just on the topic, in this chapter, loyalty and receptivity to the truth. She says, O blessed masters, bestow upon us a little of your courage, faith, and loyalty to a cause, to a master, that there will be no need, no time to search for the truth, for it will live in us, manifest through us, and lead us to unimagined heights, since the victory of the race, and now she's quoting the scriptures, the victory of the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but the victory is unto him who is faithful. So our gurus say, follow my guidance. You can hear my guidance in your meditations. Your perceptions will increase. As their stillness increases, as you begin to withdraw your energy into the spine as we've taught, and you open your hearts and receive how we are trying to guide you. So as our perceptions become more clarified, as our intuition grows, we will know what to do. God will always tell us what to do through the guru, always God through the guru. And we will know what to do. They are ours and we are theirs. The guru is our own. They manifest in order to teach us how to love and how to share that love. Master's prayer, May thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of my devotion, on my heart. May thy love shine in my heart. And may we all be able to share that love with all true souls, with all true hearts. That is our work. It's their work, it's our work. We must be their channels if we are to be their disciples. Swami Kriyananda said, it is the duty of every disciple to be a constant instrument for his guru. May we be able to awaken their love, God's love, in all hearts. God bless you.